Law own fado, a long, long time ago, the sky was full of planes, and the roads were full of cars, and they were all full of people going hither and thither and yon. And people used to go away on their holidays, and they'd take the whole family with them, and they'd go to Spain, and they'd go to Italy, and they'd go to England, and they'd go to America, and they didn't care. On the way there, you'd have to go through the airport, and there was customs, and customs thought they were being very strict by checking everyone before they let them on the plane to see if they were safe. And they'd check you for bombs, as if every man served an apprenticeship in making bombs and he was only dying to try it out. And they'd check you for drugs, as if every man, woman and child in the family, when they were going on holiday, was only thinking to themselves, while I'm there I might as well sell some cannabis to the locals. Thousands of people travelled through the airports, but not one of them was checked for infectious diseases. You could have a high fever and be sweating, and you could be coughing and sneezing, and you could be falling on the ground in a faint. You could have green boils and scabs all over your body and be scratching them off all over the place. But they'd say, away with them, he's not a danger to anyone. And you'd get on the plane and you'd be there with 200 other people all breathing the same air, and you were squashed in between two of them, but nobody cared. They didn't feel like they were in any danger at all. The only danger they felt was like the pilot might forget how to fly the plane and stick it into a hole in the ground. And the irony was that when you got there, all they ever did was to sit in a cheap plastic chair outside the back door of the hotel, sunbathing all day, and then go drinking all of the night. Cheap wine and cheap beer was all they did, and scorching themselves in the sun, so that they were hungover and sunburnt when they got back on the plane. They looked like they had a fever of 120 degrees, and they had a blinding headache, and still nobody would stop them. And when you got home, then you'd go back into work the very next day, and they'd send the kids back into school the next day. And what would the rest of them do? Only they'd all crowd around you. They wanted to find out where you'd been. And you'd tell them, I've been to Italy. And they'd say, oh, I'm fierce jealous. And you'd say, I've been to Spain. And they'd say, oh, that sounds lovely. I've been to England. Oh, how did you get on? I've been to America. Oh, I'll have to go there myself next year. And they'd say, what did you bring back? And you would say, I brought back some cheap booze and some souvenirs and some clothes. And if you said to them, I brought back a tropical disease that's going to kill thousands of people, sure, they'd only laugh at you. True story.